Hello, today I went to my thrift store just to see what kind of interesting lace they have. They always have regular everyday lace, but I always look for something that's slightly different. Here's one that has a burgundy ribbon going through it, and it was 50 cents and it's only a yard. I don't mind if it's only a yard because that way, I can use it for accents and things and I won't be using it over and over and over again. However, sometimes you go and you get this huge amount like this, and this one was like $7.50 and I've used quite a bit of it already, but it is a really good lace. It does have a right and a wrong side. I could actually cut little flowers out if I needed to have a little flower about that size, and it is not two-sided, so this side could be used as a as a lace, and this would be this of course the straight side, and it's wide enough that it can make it can be used and it can make a difference. So you can get all different kinds of laces at my thrift store, but and trims. Here's a trim. This says David L. something something something, East New York, laces and embroideries, 3 yards, and it was 25% off of $1.50, so it was like $1.12 or something, like that for 3 yards. This trim is kind of like a hem tape, but it or a ribbon, and you can make it like a ruffle. You can make it, it's about 1 inch wide, and it can work if you need that color in in a journal. Here is an interesting something. This was 75 cents, and it is two-tone orangish sort of flowers, and of course I'm thinking that I could take my scissors and cut them apart and use them as a like a motif, or if I had a need for this color to be it could go across this the side of a pocket, but best thing when I find things like this, I think this would make a really good flower to use that way. This is an interesting thick, really thick, probably would go on an upholstered chair or something, but it has dark burgundies and greens, and I don't have a lot of dark burgundy and or dark red or that color, so I picked this up because it was only 1 1/8 yards, and it was 75 cents. So I probably will keep this. It could be used, as a part of a border or as a collage if you wanted to do that. And here's another interesting piece of lace that they wrap it really good, and to the point where it's difficult to sometimes get it. So I always look for unique. This is a kind of a pale mint green, and what an interesting pattern. Let's just see if I can just look at it from here. It has, let me see if I can find something to put it against. I don't know why. Oh, I guess it would be, like for a petticoat or slip back in the day, that they would use this part right here, to attach to the rest of the nylon. But because it was the mint green, I thought it would be a good color to have, and it was 2 yards for 75 cents. This is a typical piece of pink. It's 100% cotton. It was $2 for 4 yards, and it too has a little flower in it that could be cut out and used, but it could also be used as a border or as a a lacy edge on a, you know, on a book. I always have a hard time between right and wrong side, so this is the right side. But that to me would just really work well in a book. It's a little wide. If I wanted to, I could cut off the part that makes it one-sided, and you know, then I would be able to use it as a flat piece of lace. But here's just the typical lace that you can get every day at the store. This type of lace has one side has the tiny little flower in it, and then has the little, what we call picot, P-I-C-O-T-S, at the on the edges or on the outside. Would be great for making a flower, or for putting here a seam and making it and gathering it up to make a ruffle. So this was $2 for 9 yards. So, and it's kind of a cream color. This one is another piece of interesting in that it is 100% cotton, and is sort of almost a peach color. It's one-sided, and you know, can be just used great for, you know, a side pocket, on the side of a pocket, or actually could be pleated or made into a ruffle. But just what's interesting about it is that it is, you know, it's not really a cream, it's more of a peach color, and that was 6 yards for $1.50. This isn't very much, but I liked it because it is an eyelet that you know, it's yellow. It's a yellow goldenrod, sort of an eyelet that I probably would need to press it in order to have it work. Oh no, I think it is supposed to be a sewn. So it actually was probably taken off of something at one point, and this has come. But it has a closed edge right here, so that, you know, is another example. This wasn't much at all. It was only 3/4 of a yard for 25 cents, but I liked it because of the you have a little flower there, and you also have a let's see, I pulled it apart so we could see it, but it's not coming apart. But that's what it looks like. A nice dainty. It has the flower right in the middle, and then it has some pink going throughout it. So that, here's another really interesting piece that was 9 1/4 yards for $3, and it is more of a nylon, so it has a stretch to it. But what I liked about it is that it's different. It's more unique looking, but it has a nice little motif in the middle, and has the way it scallops up on the top. So that will be a good something to use in some way. They seem to have a lot of these kinds of I don't know, I would put them as going on a piece of upholstery. But this is so pretty because it's three-dimensional. It has a little raised edge here, but it's pink and green and gold. And I think that would really be pretty somewhere in a journal. This is another one that I've never seen before. A lot of their lace, you know, you end up getting the same thing over and over and over again. But this is a scallop on one side. It's one-sided, and it has like almost a woven look up there to the point that it almost looks like hopsack, sort of. But it has a nice rackety edge, but it's 100% cotton, more like a yard, or maybe even wider than a yard, maybe a yard and an eighth. So you never know when you go to the store what you're gonna, what you're gonna get when you get to the, and if you go too much or you don't go enough, you never, you can't ever be for sure what you're gonna get. I've been playing with this. This is actually what they call Creative Twist Paper Ribbon, the Untwisted Twist. Well, so yeah, it does have some wire in it, and you can do different things with it like that. The wire is very subtle though, and I've been working on making little flowers with this. But this should be a fun thing to work with. So lace is a big part of my books. I love lace. I've had a lot of lace over the years, and I can't resist buying lace for journals simply because they add such a nice texture and a 3D, a dimension, and not to mention also color. So that's it for the lace today. Thanks for coming by and watching. If you would like or subscribe to my channel, I'd be delighted. And we'll talk again soon.